the latest is, apparently, that the Pelicans are beginning to put the Lakers ill at ease to try and pull something off over the next 2 days. What do you think here?
Well, I think that in a way, it's not any different than where we've been the whole time, Rich, in the sense that if the Pelicans really were enamored of what the Lakers could offer, this could have been done, I think, a week ago. It's not so much a matter of, like, how much are the Lakers willing to put in. Listen, let's be honest. If the Lakers really want Anthony Davis, and if the Pelicans like any variation of Laker players and picks, the Lakers would say, okay, great. Tell us what it takes. We'll throw it all in. Because that's what you do. Now, listen, there is such a thing, I suppose, as overpaying because you do need a supporting cast. You do need players around LeBron and Anthony Davis eventually. But the fact is, if you can get Anthony Davis a top 5, top 7, wherever you want to put him, player in the NBA, a potential MVP, and pair him with LeBron immediately because the clock is ticking on LeBron's career, you do it. The fact is, we're at this stage still because everyone knows that, one, the Lakers' assets aren't all that we all thought they might be maybe a year ago. Ingram and Ball just haven't done enough to where people think, okay, those are my franchise stars, if you're LA or if you're a team trying to acquire them. And on top of that, Boston is lurking out there with what could be the best potential trade package. Zion Williamson's lurking out there with a team as yet unknown in the NBA. And if you're the Pelicans, why rush into a deal with the Lakers where you think their assets are kind of meh, where you could instead wait, see who gets the draft rights to Zion Williamson, if he interests you, and see what the Celtics will finally put together in July when they're eligible to make a deal.
Crystal ball it for me. What do you think happens over the next 48 hours prior to Thursday's deadline?
Well, let's take care of the big one first. I don't think Anthony Davis gets traded. It's altogether possible, and maybe all this pressure and all this noise and everything will add up to the Pelicans deciding, you know what, let's just get it over with and get it done, send him to L.A., fine. Maybe that happens. I don't think so. The logical thing for them to do is to wait, and I think that's probably what will happen. Outside of that, look, Mike Conley being on the move wouldn't surprise anyone, or Marc Gasol, of course. We know those guys are both on the block. Anything outside of those, there's nothing that I would stake my reputation on predicting. The NBA trade market is often hard to read, even when there's a lot of people with motive to move. And the one trade that gets made that we all end up talking about for years to come is often the one that nobody saw coming.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.